Welcome to Project Eternity. This presentation is about the architecture and design of Project Eternity. This will take about 5 to 6 minutes. At the end of the presentation, I can assure you that you'll be amazed how meticulously Project Eternity is designed, keeping ancient wisdom, mysticism, and mathematics in mind. Project Eternity is based out of the Himalayas, in the foothills of the Himalayas, where the weather is absolutely gorgeous all throughout the year with 4 seasons. We also have 4 mountains and land that sprawls miles and miles that can be put into great use. Now let's talk about the design of Project Eternity. We started to build Project Eternity based on the flower of life. If you have read the Bible, of the 6 days of creation and 1 day of rest, this is the 6 plus 1 circle that basically is the seed of life from which the flower of life comes in, and this total structure is probably everything that you see in the world today, whether it's music, whether it's energy, whether it's a unity, or whether it is all about force and power. If we can align ourselves with this design, any creation is possible, and so is Project Eternity. Project Eternity was designed in such a way that it embodies the entire design of the flower of life. And if you have studied the Star of David, specifically if you're Jewish or even Indian, the entire model is built in such a way that it fits, which means if we can get 2 points of the diameter at any stretch of land, Project Eternity can be built at the shortest amount of time. So let's look at the details of Project Eternity and the way we have designed the living. This is where a community is designed based on petals. And the first petal is all about the people from the outer world coming in for just a couple of days to a week to experience our transformation programs. So which means they are called the explorers, and within these premises we also have schools, we have a hospital, we have research labs and technology labs to continue the research that we are focusing on, which is about health, agri-tech, organic food, production, etc. The second petal of living is the family. Now when we say family, a family is based on the concept of interlocking hexagons. And why is that? First of all, it's mathematically very well shaped. But second point, which is very important in this petal, is the fact that the family sticks together. And so are the values. Which means we design the hexagonal beehive structure to create the fractal energy system. So that way, just the living itself in the shape of a Vesica Pisces or a rhombus creates an energy flow inside the entire family unit, from a hexagon to the entire rhombus, which is built on precise ratios. This also means that this is the place which exhibits the industrial lifestyle of living, creation, co-creation, working together, playing together, and exploring and evolving together. This is how families bond together and they work as one unit. At Project Eternity, networking is a fundamental aspect because creation happens when you network. Now let's look at the infinity petal. The infinity petal is designed for a very different subset of people. So they are the inventors, the corporate leaders, business leaders, and executives. And why are they in an infinity loop? Because they make commerce run. They're important people who keep the world moving. And that is the reason their energy keeps circulating inside the business structure. Now, this is a very important piece of it because what we have observed is as you go higher up the ladder, many people are seeking ancient wisdom. And when you're seeking ancient wisdom, you've got to step aside, keep your work as you're doing, but set aside some time to learn the new things. And that is why we have to focus and devote a lot of time to the individuals in this particular petal. Now, this is absolutely for crypto investors, no doubt about it. But we believe the world is going to move to crypto, and we actually have a design of an entire building built on the letter B, which is Bitcoin. And if you realize that crypto investors are slightly different from the crowd, and since they are different from the crowd, they actually want to live together, innovate together, build together. They are more interested in the technological pieces, and this particular petal is only for those crypto conscious people who love to build the next level of technology on the metaverse, on the Web 3.0, NFTs, etc. The fifth petal is for leaders. These are public figures who come to make an impact in the world. And the way we want to focus with leaders is that they stay in a way where two Vesica Pisces merge. This is very important because leaders have to collaborate with each other. Just because ideologies might be different doesn't mean that people can't get together. And when two energy systems merge, it forces collaboration with leaders of the world. We transform these leaders in a very dedicated manner, which means there are people, Project Eternity members, yogis, and other spiritual leaders who are always available for them so that they can be transformed and they'll be able to take decisions keeping consciousness and the good of people in mind. Now let's go over to the most powerful of the powerful, the world leaders. And when we say world leaders, as you can see, the world has a hierarchy, and which is the reason we have built a model which has hierarchy in itself, because that's how power is designed, in hierarchies. But in this hierarchy, spirituality is always right at the top. So which means the spiritual nature of humanity is always at its highest, and the moment we bring these political structures along with spirituality, collaboration begins. The ego melts away, and then people come together to build a better world. But last, this is where the fifth petal right at the center comes into the picture, which means this is where we teach spiritual physics. Of course, people have their own religion. We will teach their own religion. For example, if you're Jewish, there will be a dedicated Jewish temple which will be dedicated to the study of Judaism. But on the other hand, we will not allow any division of my religion is better than yours. Project Eternity cannot have any division, and we will not even allow that. And which is the reason we say that everything has to merge together into one, which means universal, and that is the reason we teach spiritual physics, which deals with merging of the mind and the heart. Now, why is the merging of the mind needed? Because we human beings are unique in the animal world. We have bicameral minds. Because we are bicameral, we are the only species that can hold paradoxes for the same idea, to be or not to be in the same mind, against any other animal on the planet. So, this is where spirituality comes up, consciousness, the energy of the body, the universe, all come together as e pluribus unum, from many to one. So I hope you've had a good sense of the meaning and the architecture and the design of Project Eternity. Project Eternity is committed to rebuild the human race. And our focus are the leaders of today and tomorrow and for generations to come. That way, everybody collaborates together, works in harmony, and lives together in harmony. The next level of conscious living in the age of Aquarius. Thank you.